Hey everyone, it's Michelle. Another day, another monthly reset video. Can you believe we are already in the month of May, 5 months into the year? Unbelievable. Time is passing by oh so quickly. But nonetheless, I'm here to tell you all about a few things I am reflecting on the past month and what I'm doing to take better steps in the month of May. Let's start off with mindfulness. Me being on my balcony right now has something to do with that. I talked about doing morning pages, which is a form of journaling, and it's been really good. I've been doing it nonstop since I started. I missed only one day, and that's because I woke up late and was therefore running late to a yoga class. But other than that one day, I've been doing it daily, every morning ever since. And the reason for this form of mindfulness, particularly in the morning, having a better morning routine, is because I was definitely that person that woke up and looked at their phone right away, and that's something I don't want to do. I don't want to be looking at my screen. Lately, I've noticed it's been a little bit more challenging because I am charting my cycle and I use an app on my phone. So when I wake up in the morning, I take my temperature, I log it into this app, but I noticed I started scrolling again or just looking at various different applications, which was not good. That's not something I want to do, not a way I want to start my morning. What I've been doing is just quickly taking my temperature, adding it into that app, and then right away I've been getting up, grabbing my journals, and going to the part of my balcony where I can see the morning sun. The reason I'm doing this is to really activate my circadian rhythm. The best way to do that is to look at the morning sun, not directly into the sun, but in the general direction, get that light in my eyes, wake up my body, wake up my entire system. So instead of getting the blue light from my phone, I'm just getting nice natural light from the sun to activate my circadian rhythm. I noticed when I was very good about waking up early and going outside when the UVA rays were more dominant. My circadian rhythm has been very, very good. I've been falling asleep a lot better, even more quality sleep than before. I've only noticed recently if I'm reading on my tablet at night, that is when I have a hard time sleeping. It's that tired but wired type of feeling. I like just falling asleep right away, and I don't like feeling restless before bed. I don't think anyone does. So I definitely need to not read on my tablet at night. I think I'm just going to read a normal book or read on my Kobo, something like that, and just get back to that proper way of falling asleep really nicely. For this monthly reset, reflecting on April and moving into the month of May, I'm really making an effort to limit my phone usage first thing in the morning, get some morning sun to activate my circadian rhythm, and just have a better morning routine, a better quality of life throughout the day, and better sleep. Just better things in life in general. And frankly, it's very easy to do. I just sit in the sun, look in the general direction of the sun, and write in my journal while I'm at it. So pretty easy stuff for this month. I would say everything I want to do this year has been going fairly well. It's not something I need to force myself to do. I actually enjoy it. My morning routine is definitely becoming something that I enjoy a lot. For health and fitness, one thing I've been doing now that the weather's getting better is tracking how much vitamin D I supplement from the sun. I downloaded this app called D-Minder. You put in your location, what type of vitamin D you get through your diet and supplements, and your skin type. It'll calculate the best time of the day for you to get vitamin D to supplement sunshine. I think supplementing sunshine is very important. I know that I use actives on my face that may make my skin more sensitive to the sun. That's why I have my head in the shade right now and my body is mostly supplementing the sunshine. I would argue that the sun provides way more benefits than just vitamin D, but I'm sticking with this topic right now of now supplementing as much vitamin D as possible now that the weather is getting better, and doing it responsibly. That's why this app is really good. You can put in your skin type. It will give you the recommended amount of time to be out in the sun without burning yourself, and it also has a sunscreen reminder when you should appropriately apply on sunscreen. For fitness, I am most definitely still strength training. I think it's very important for my health, for everyone's health in general, But for women's health or my health in general, I have been trying to associate certain workouts, physical activities based on the time I'm in my cycle. So basically, ovulation is when I should do the most strength training and I could really push myself with weights, all that stuff. Once you get into the luteal phase, that's when we should be more gentle with our bodies and do gentle type of movements. So in that period, I was mostly doing yoga. I did not go to the gym in the last week leading up to my period just to try it out. I have to say I am pleasantly surprised with how well it works. Now, I'm not going to be super strict on it to a T depending what point in time I am in my cycle. It really is dependent on how I'm feeling, and obviously that's a little bit dictated by my hormonal fluctuations. But it was just really interesting to try out and to see how well it works. And I have been charting my cycle pretty well for the past couple of months. May is now the third month that I'm tracking my cycle. I have to say I'm learning a whole lot about myself, and I guess that's another point into the health and fitness is charting my cycle. I have to say it's the most valuable thing I ever could have done for my health. And I'm saying this at the age of 32, and I'm really discovering a lot more about my body than I ever have. I myself am even seeing by charting my cycle what the actual hormonal imbalances are. You know how we're always told we break out on our jaws, that's a hormonal imbalance. While with charting, I'm finally understanding what that hormonal balance actually is. And I'm trying my best this month to actually get to root cause healing and really tackle that specific hormonal imbalance. Although I've been going to the gym on and off for the past handful of years now, it's only been this year that I've gone so consistently. I'm really seeing the results, and I'll show you a before and after video of me squatting with some weights on a Smith machine. That was when I was more underweight, a lot scrawnier, not as awkward with my body, but still, it took a lot of effort for me to want to go to the gym consistently and push myself to do such a strenuous workout, such as squatting. I went from using a machine to now just going to the squat rack on its own. I can even see from these videos that my body composition has changed. I gained more weight since the beginning of this year. It's pretty much muscle and fat going to all the right places, which I'm definitely not complaining about. I am on a skinny to fit journey, and part of that is gaining more weight, especially good weight through muscle and proper fat composition. So I'm really pleased to see how far I've progressed in a few months and also just the year in general. In conclusion of my April reflections and May preparations for the health and fitness portion of this video, I will be supplementing sunshine very responsibly using the D-Minder app as a tool now that the weather is way more beautiful and more warm, more pleasant to be outside. Second, I will definitely continue my strength training, but I'm going to do it in a way that honors my body's balance. So based on my cycle, I won't be too strict on it. I will just be more cognizant of what's going on with me internally. That brings me to the third portion of this health and fitness reflection and preparation for the monthly reset. I'm most definitely going to be continuing charting my cycle for the foreseeable future. This has proven to be such an insightful tool into my health, how my body works. When you do it properly, you see how it works, you see how your body works, and it's pretty remarkable. I've already highly recommended it to a bunch of friends and family members as well. And if you're able to chart your cycle, I most definitely recommend it to you as well. My friend just stopped by and delivered us some nice fresh eggs straight from her coop. All the chickens out on the field doing their thing, cage-free, and all very happy chickens. As you can see, I have 30 eggs here, and I'm definitely going to be putting them to use. One of the ways I like to consume eggs, other than having them sunny side up with some bacon, is to make a bread substitute. The reason for that is because I do get an upset tummy when I eat bread and I break out really badly. As delicious as bread is, can't really be eating it all the time, so I make items like this as a replacement. I eat pate with them, cheese, jam, butter, honey. If I want a mini sandwich, I'll use this as well. Some good stuff. So these are made of the egg yolks. It's egg yolks, ghee, and baking powder. So that's all I did with this, and I put them in cupcake trays. I used about 10 eggs to get all of this. With the buns, it yields about 6. My husband already ate one. And then this is all the egg whites. I put them in the cupcake tray as well, and it's like this type of crisp. Really easy to do. It's just maybe a little bit time consuming. I'm not the best at cracking eggs. So I have to separate everything, mix it quickly, and with the egg whites in particular, I did need to do a few rounds of them in the cupcake tray to get all of this. I just wanted to show you what these egg breads look like up close. So with the egg whites, this is what the texture looks like. Again, all I did was just whip up the egg whites and add some salt to this. And here are the egg yolk buns. As you can see, that is bread texture. The efforts I go to mimic bread because I can't really eat it that frequently. Kind of sucks, but this is a pretty good alternative. Definitely enjoy using this for sandwiches and such. Definitely hits the spot for me, especially if I eat it with pate, butter, jam, honey, all that good stuff. I'm not complaining. I love eggs in general, and this is very simple to make, minimal ingredients. You just need to be good at cracking eggs and separating the yolks and the egg whites. All right, it is time for the skincare empties for the month of April. I'm going to start off with the products that I previously reviewed, and it was very recent too. They're all from Niche Beauty Lab, and here are the 3 products I emptied out in the month of April from them. So this is the Transparent Lab PHA Soft Peeling Cleanser, Theramid C Tetra EF Serum. This is a vitamin E serum, and the Theramid Azid 15% azelaic acid treatment. So these are the 3 of the 4 products I emptied out when I purchased from this brand back last August. I already did a full review on these 3 products as well as the 4th one I purchased. If you're interested in that, I will leave a link in the description box down below for you all to check out. Overall, my experience with them was so-so. They are definitely cosmetically elegant, and I think it's a pretty good price range. The problem is, and this is the reason why I say it's so-so, it's because more often than not, I did have a negative reaction to a handful of these products. Actually, these 3 products I did have negative reactions to, but for more details, be sure to check out the full review. I actually have more serums that I emptied out this month. 3, and I believe 4. There are an additional 4 serums I emptied out, but let's start with this one because it's kind of like an ampule, like one of those single-use ones. It's the Vichy Lift Active Peptide C ampules. So I actually emptied out 3 of these last month and in March, but I forgot to mention it. I think I have 1 or 2 more vials left. I got this back in 2021 as a PR item, and I just never got around to reviewing it. I can't even tell you what I know about this product. I don't use it consistently at all. At the time, it seemed like a typical vitamin C serum, imparts a brightening effect on my skin. Again, I haven't used it consistently enough to notice a difference. Maybe when I finish the last vial, I'll have a better idea of what this product is about and let you all know. The next serum I emptied out is the Ordinary's Lactic Acid 10% plus AHA. I do have a little bit left, but it is rather old, so I'm tossing it already. This for me was a gentle chemical exfoliant, definitely not as irritating as a glycolic acid chemical exfoliant. I did use this carefully in my skincare routine, typically once a month, and when I lowered my usage of tretinoin, I tried to up it to once every 2 weeks or so. I also use this all over my body just as general maintenance throughout the winter to give my body skin some more TLC. I don't think I'll be purchasing it again just because lately I don't really find a need to use chemical exfoliants at the moment, and also I kind of like keeping my body skincare routine as simple as possible. I think the quality of my body skin is pretty nice, and I've been keeping it minimal for almost my whole life. So I don't think adding an active like this will do it any service. I think just keeping it simple will keep it nice and healthy. I believe I have 2 Paula's Choice mini travel sizes. So on the occasion I do want to use a chemical exfoliant, I still have those that are still in good condition. Speaking of Paula's Choice minis, I actually have a retinol serum here. It's their 1% retinol treatment with peptides plus vitamin C. I bought a mini of this because I believe I was trying to start retinizing my neck and chest area. So I thought I would start with an over-the-counter retinol and slowly work my way up to applying my prescription strength tretinoin. I on and off use this because by the time I made that decision, I also decided I wanted to get CO2 Fraxel Laser treatments. I did a full review on that if you're interested. Link in the description box down below. But because I was doing that, I wasn't even using my tretinoin, any harsh actives whatsoever, because I got the treatment all over my face and neck. So there was really no need to acclimate my neck to retinol at the time. And I think my neck is in very good condition after those treatments, so I haven't really felt a need to use any actives on my neck since. But this mini in general, I'm very impressed at how long it lasted, and only a pump or 2 is needed for the entire face. So if you're looking to try one of their retinols and you're interested in this one in particular, I thought it did a really good job lasting a while to give you an idea of what it can do for your skin. What I recall when I did use it on my neck is that I never experienced irritation from it, and my skin looked nice and smooth afterwards. Nothing substantial in the wrinkle department, especially my tech necklines, but I would just say the quality of my skin felt nice and soft. So I would imagine on the face, it would do something similar. The last serum I emptied for the month of April is this one right here. I featured it in my baseline skincare routine video. I believe it was the morning one. This is the Yonjak Whole Plant Effect Concentrate. The reason I was very intrigued by this is because it contains fermented Korean red ginseng. And at the time I was really into Hanbang skincare. I saw Odile Monod recommend this serum in particular for those of us in our 30s as a really nice barrier strengthening serum, and that's one of my must-haves in my skincare routine to just keep my skin quality really nice and healthy. So I gave this a go. It was a nice milky, creamy type of texture. Not my favorite, to be honest. I definitely prefer a gel texture in my serums, but I was still impressed with how this performed on my skin. I found it was more moisturized, smoother, and just plump, healthy looking overall. I wouldn't necessarily go out of my way to purchase this again. Maybe on the occasion I do visit Korea and I get to actually see the stand of Yonjak products, I will pick this up. But in the meantime, I found it a bit of a hassle to get, did have to pay duties to get this as well, plus shipping. So it was pricey for me to acquire it. If you don't mind any of that stuff and you just want to try a product that is a mix of Hanbang ingredients plus modern performance in skincare, I think you would like this. Next empty is a sheet mask. My friend purchased this for me from Thailand. It is a Japanese brand. It is with tea tree extract. It was a tensile sheet mask. It fit my face nicely, cooled down my skin, soothed it, added extra moisture, all the things I like from a sheet mask. I have a couple of moisturizers in here. So the first one is the last of the Balia Med Ultra Sensitive Intensive Cream with 7% urea. I was using this throughout the winter because of the 7% urea in it. I found using this on its own on my skin performed really well at moisturizing my skin and keeping it nice and soft. I didn't really find my skin to become irritated with this. I also like the price point of this. Balia is the chain of DM drugstores in general in Europe. So I think they're very impressive for the price point. This was definitely inexpensive. It had a very good minimal ingredients list. I would say my one con about this product is I did not find it layered very well with other skincare items I was using. More often than not, when I tried to layer with this, I experienced more pilling. I found this performed best when used on its own and with a sunscreen on top if, you know, the weather called for it. But at the time in the winter, UV index was 0. I wasn't going out a whole lot, so I wasn't wearing a lot of sunscreen, just using this, and it performed very well. Next moisturizer, of course, you're going to see this in an Empties video, Bioderma Atoderm Intensive Balm, my holy grail moisturizer. So this is the tube I emptied out, but I got it in a pack with the pump as well. So I still have to go through the pump. Sort of a moisturizer, but it's more of an ointment. It is Bioderma's Cica Bio Pomade. I use this a lot for my CO2 Fraxel Laser recovery. And the reason for that is because this does not irritate my skin at all. It does not sting my skin, even at the most sensitive of times. It just does what it needs to do, which is moisturize my skin really well and keep it soothed while it's mad. Whenever my skin is really angry, if I get an allergic reaction, I know I can count on this product to keep my skin calm. I repurchased this 3 times, but I will not be repurchasing it for the 4th time anytime soon because, one, I'm not really testing as much skincare vigorously as I used to. My skincare has really simplified, so I don't have as many things going on in my routine to need another calming product in my skincare routine. And that brings me to the second point. I do have other Centella Asiatica / Cica based products, the La Roche-Posay Cica Plus Balm B5 Plus being one of them, and I have a couple of Dr. G Red Blemish Soothing products. So I don't find a need to have another Cica product in my skincare routine right now. And again, the reason I like this a lot is mostly for post procedures, and I won't be doing a CO2 Fraxel Laser procedure anytime soon. So I think right now I won't be repurchasing this. We'll see what happens in the future, what I decide to do with my skin journey and all that jazz. Maybe I'll pick this up. It's definitely on the top of my list for soothing, but considering what I still have and how I'm going about my own clear skin journey, I don't really find a need to purchase this right now. Last skincare empty is a sunscreen. It is the Isntree Hyaluronic Acid Airy Sunstick SPF 50 plus PA4 plus. I believe this is the older packaging. There is a new packaging, but the formula is still the same. This was the first sunstick I have purchased from a Korean brand. I really like the shape of it. It was easy to just go right under my eyes and get to the hairline. I use this on the back of my husband's neck and ears a lot if we were out in the sun for longer than expected. That's when this really came in handy for reapplication. This is a moisturizing sunstick, so for those of you with an oilier skin type, you might find this a bit too much on the skin. For me, with a drier skin type, I did kind of like that really moisturizing film that it provided. Right now I'm using the Round Lab Sunstick as its replacement, but depending on how that goes, I might actually go back to this because I do prefer the shape of it a lot more. Last empty for the month of April is a shampoo. It's the Pantene Pro-V Miracles Lift and Volume Silicone-Free Shampoo. I use this alongside the conditioner I mentioned in my last Skincare Empties video. It definitely cleansed my scalp very well, but in the winter time, I did find it was a little bit more harsh just because it was really stripping, and then I noticed my scalp was feeling drier. Maybe in the warmer months now, this would perform better, but I already purchased a shampoo and conditioner from the Balea line, which is the DM drugstore skincare line. You can't beat the price. It's under €3, questionably under €2 per product, and it's very good quality. So if I'm going to buy any drugstore product, shampoo and conditioner for under €2 or €3, it's definitely going to be from Balea. I actually bought another one that was around €1 maybe for my husband. Very good. I'm very impressed with them in general. So having said that, nice shampoo, won't be repurchasing it. And that is it for my empties for the month of April. That's it for this monthly reset video. As always, I hope you enjoy this sort of content. If you're interested in any of the skincare items I mentioned or my skincare routines, I'll be sure to leave any related videos in the description box down below. Right now, I'm just going to enjoy a bit of sun on my patio, supplement that vitamin D before getting back to work. Anyways, that is it for this video. See you all soon. Ciao.